18 WJTS Sports presents the Jasper Wildcats versus the Forest Park Rangers. This game's brought to you by DuBois County Tire and Supply, McDonald's, Carpet Warehouse, Eubler & Sons, Mariners Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, Westside Dairy Queen, and Ferdinand Family Medicine. Now let's go down to the court.
From Woody Beekler Arena on the campus of Forest Park High School in Ferdinand, this is Jasper High School basketball coverage here on 18 WJTS. Hello, everybody. I'm Carey Schneider along with Jason Stamm and Jeremy Markos. And tonight, the Wildcats hit the road for one of two road games this weekend, as they will travel again to Ferdinand to take on the Forest Park Rangers. Wildcats coming into the contest with a 10-2 record. Forest Park is 4-6. Jasper, Forest Park in their last outing, picked up their third victory in 4 games as they defeated the North Posey Vikings here at the Woody Beekler Arena, 53-47 last Saturday night. While in the same evening, the Cats of Jasper picked up another victory, their 10th of the year, and defeating former Big 8 rival Washington, 48-43. Jason, of course, last week, the Cats. Right now coming into this contest with 10-2. Forest Park down a little bit at 4-6, if you want to say so, this year. But it is a county rival, nonetheless. And so it's the old saying, maybe throw the records out the window.
Yeah, you're right there, Carey. Anytime you play a school in the same county like this, both teams get up, get a little bit motivated for it, a little extra motivation. And none of these games are ever easy games. Like you said, you basically throw out the records and you come out here and you got to be ready to play, or either team can win if they play well. So, from Jasper's standpoint, they had a nice weekend last weekend. Just one game. They had plenty of time to get some practice in with just playing on Saturday night. They had a good week this week, I'm sure, at practice. So, it's going to be a good weekend for us.
And that game last week, Washington, as you said, kind of gave them a little extra time to maybe lick a few wounds after losing that game at Evansville a couple of weeks ago at North.
Yeah, you're right. It was nice after that loss against Evansville North last Saturday to be able to have some time to practice and try to get better. And obviously I'm sure the coaching staff used that as a good week of preparation for Washington, but not just Washington, but for the season in general. We've got a good season going. You got to keep building on it.
You're going to say, you're saying with the season going on, let's talk about things, how they've gone thus far. I mean, we're almost pretty much at the halfway mark. After halfway mark at 12 of 22 games. So still a lot of basketball to be played, but right now, Wildcats looking good.
Yeah, we are. We're playing real good basketball. A little slip up down at North the other night, but North's got a good team. They matched up better with us than a lot of teams we've played this year with the size. So that made a big difference down there. But again, your 10-2 record is a good record halfway through the season, but you want to continue to build and get better so that when you come sectional time, you're playing the best basketball you can possibly play.
Forest Park has got a little bit of size in some of their front courts with they're going to be starting Reed Howard, Drew Howard, and Landon Nally at the guard spot. Cooper Ubelor and Caden Bowman will be the front court. Jasper with their normal starting lineup tonight with Gus Heichelbeck, Connor Foley, and the front court, back court with Grant Young, Carter Mundy, and Tanner Erdes. We're set to tip things off, and we're underway here at Woody Beekler Arena. Cats control the tip.
Forest Park's in a man-to-man, so we'll see what we can do. We've got to be patient, run our offense like we do every.
Down low to Heichelbeck. Looks like Bowman actually wearing 42 tonight instead of the 44 that was originally told on the roster. So Caden Bowman again, Cooper Ubelord, Nally, Howard, and Howard for the Rangers. There's a shot put up by the Wildcats, no good, and Forest Park comes down with the rebound. Drew Howard brings it up. Hands it off to Reed. Now on this side to Nally. Howard now in the backcourt, guarded by Ernie. Here's a three on the way, off the mark, no good. Rebound comes to Forest Park.
Drew Howard's having a good year. I know there one weekend they had 2 games. I think he had 50 points in 2 games. So Tanner Ernie drew the.
Nally puts up a shot, and the Forest Park Rangers draw first blood. It's 2-0 Rangers.
But Tanner drew the job of guarding him tonight. So and Tanner's by far our best defensive player. So we'll see how that goes.
Here's a shot put up no good by Tanner Ernie. Rangers with it. Here's a shot by Howard, no good. And Heichelbeck comes down with the board for the Wildcats. He'll clear it out to Ernie. Or actually Mundi. Now here's a 3 on the way, is up, no good by Grant Young. The Wildcats with some quick shots in their first couple of possessions down the floor.
Yeah, I'm sure coach is not real pleased with some of them, but you just got to hit them.
Yeah. And they're not exactly low percentage shots. Here's a baseline jumper off the mark, no good by Landon Nally, and the Wildcats come up with the board. Up and in, no good. Thought that was, to me, like it dropped in, didn't it?
That did everything but go in, but that was a good job of running our transition and got a quality shot out of it. So I'm sure coach isn't going to be disappointed with that.
Grant Young will inbound underneath the Wildcats basket. As we had a substitution for the Rangers. Didn't exactly see who came in. We'll pick him up here in a second. Heichelbeck now muscles his way up off the shot, up no good. Rebound up and in by number 11, Tanner Ernie, and the game is tied at 2 apiece.
I believe number 20, Nolan Winkler, was the guy that checked in.
Okay, Nolan Winkler, 6'1" senior. Shot up and in by Howard is good, so Drew Howard with his first 2. It's 4-2, Forest Park.
We got to do a little bit better job on defense. That's too easy of a shot.
Tanner Ernie working it in the backcourt. Bounces it off to Young. Grant now circles it in the backcourt. There's a steal by the Rangers. Howard's got it. He'll put it up and get the shot up and a scoop and good. It's 6-2 Forest Park. So Drew Howard with his second bucket. He's got 4. It's 6-2 Forest Park. Foley drives down the lane. He'll put it up and in. Connor Foley with his first 2. 6'4", Cats back in within 2.
We need to have him be involved in the offense tonight because I don't think they've got anybody that can guard him one-on-one. So
substitution coming in for the Wildcats here shortly.
Michael Beekler.
Michael Beekler, number 35. Rangers with the basketball. Here's a 3 on the way. Short, no good by Landon Nally, and the Cats come up with the rebound. They'll quickly bring it up the floor. And a steal by Forest Park as they try to find Heichelbeck down low. 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 6-4 Rangers on top. Howard now with it. That's Drew Howard to Reed. Reed drives it left, loses the handle, comes back with it, working in the backcourt, guarded by Grant Young. Nally. Down low to Nally again. Howard in the corner now, circles it out to the wing. Rangers being a little patient on this possession, and a timeout is going to be called by fourth-year head coach for Forest Park, David Welbs. So Rangers called timeout. They lead, however, this ball game 6-4 with 3:26 to play in the first quarter of play. Back after this here on 18 WJTS. Forest Park Rangers lead the Jasper Wildcats 6-4.
We've got to do a little bit better job on our offense. We're not being as patient as what I'd like to see. Make a couple passes, make them play defense.
Rangers with the basketball after Coach Welp called a timeout with 3:26 to play, and they're leading 6-4. Rangers have a chance to go up by a 4-point advantage. They do, as the shot is up off the glass and good by Reed Howard. Howard picks up his first 2. It's 8-4 Forest Park. Down low, all by himself, up and in is Tanner Ernie for his second bucket. 8-6, Cats within 2.
It was a nice job by Grant Young. He kept his head up and was able to spot Ernie when Ernie's man left the double team.
Working in the backcourt is Landon Nally. Now he goes over to Cooper Ubelor. Back out now to Howard. Ubelor on the wing. Reed Howard to Drew. Back to Reed. Back to Drew. 2.5 minutes to go, and there's a steal, almost a steal by the Wildcats as Grant Young almost came up with the basketball but could not handle it before it fell right out of bounds.
Forest Park's got Caden Bowman checking back in and Trevor Berg, number 22.
So Berg into the contest. Trevor Berg, number 22, with the basketball in the backcourt. Winkler finds Howard down lower, tries to, but Howard couldn't handle the pass. It goes out of bounds, and the Wildcats will have it back, trailing by 2 with a chance to tie this game or go up by a point.
He had him beat on the backdoor cut. If he'd threw a bounce pass, he'd ended up with a layup, but good for us.
We said Jasper with the chance to tie this ball game. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 8-6 Forest Park. And up and in is Foley for his second bucket. And we're tied at 8 apiece.
That'll be there all night because Connor's just a wide body in there and hard to guard.
Here's Foley with a rejection out of bounds. It'll belong to Forest Park. He timed that perfectly.
Yeah, he did.
So Foley with a nice leaping swat of the basketball. Forest Park will, and the Cats fans are reminding them that they were swatted. 8-8 is our score. Rangers with the basketball.
Jack Albrand checked in for Carter Mundy.
Inbounds pass was batted, and it was last touched by, it looks like, Howard, and the Cats will have it. As Jason said, Jack Albrand now in the contest for the Cats.
Mundy's coming back in for Ernie.
Eight to 8 our score, minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Jasper with the basketball. Young on the wing.
Got to move.
Finds Foley down low. Foley drives the baseline, tries to put it up, was cut off a double team. Here's back out to Albrand. Over to Mundy. Back to Jack. Carter down on the wing. Finds Beekler. Sit down there, little girl. I can't see. It went up, shot up, and no good by Mundy. And the Rangers come up with the basketball. 1 minute to play. Here's a three on the way, no good by Howard. And the Cats come up with the rebound. Albrand is going to be called for an offensive foul. Albrand went in, put a little body into number 14, Drew Howard, and Albrand's going to pick up what is the first foul of this ball game.
I think what he got called for there was he extended his arm when he bumped into him. Bumping into him, he wasn't going to get a foul call, but when he put his arm out and extended it, that's what got him.
So the Rangers with the chance to take the lead, 8-8 with 47 seconds to go. Down low, up, and no good. Rebound, Forest Park. Here's a baseline jumper. That's an air ball way nowhere. Rangers again come up with the offensive board. Howard turns, fires, and missed the shot. No good. And again, Forest Park with the offensive rebound, and the foul is going to be called on Albrand, it looks like. And that'll be his second already.
We got to do a better job of blocking out. I mean, I'm just stating the obvious, but they're hungry. They're going after the loose balls and beating us to them.
They had about at least 4 to maybe 5 chances at that basket. And here, look it up. This shot up is no good by Howard again. And the Cats come up with the rebound, and this time a foul is going to be called on the Rangers, and Howard's going to pick up the personal. It'll be his first on the team, first team foul for Forest Park.
34 is checking in. Cooper Ubelor, Grant Young, and Mundy are coming in for Jasper, taking Englert and Ernie out.
Yep, and Landon Nally also checks in for the Rangers. Jasper with 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Plenty of time. We just got to be patient, work through our offense, and look to get a shot out of it.
8-8 is the score. 17 seconds. Young, Foley to Beekler. Hands off to Mundy, puts a shot up and in. So Mundy gives the Cats a 2-point lead with 3 seconds to go. And an offensive foul is going to be, or blocking foul is going to be called on Grant Young. So that'll only be the third team foul for Jasper. First by Young. 2.1 seconds to go for the Rangers to get a shot off.
Spencer Englert's going to come in from Young, and Ernie's going to come in for Mundy.
Yep,
putting the all-defensive team in right here for 2 seconds.
So Spencer Englert in. Shot up is off the mark, no good. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter of play with the score Jasper 10, Forest Park 8. Back with the second quarter after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Woody Beekler Arena as the Wildcats and Rangers get set for second quarter action here, Jason. Cats on top 10-8.
Yeah, good quarter. Both teams are playing hard, just right what we expected when you got county rivals playing each other. So, it's just like we talked. If you don't come ready to play tonight, either team can win. So
right now, back and forth, both teams playing very aggressively. The Rangers will have the basketball to start this second stanza. Howard circles it over to his namesake who misses the shot. Rebound, Forest Park once again. Rangers, but the Cats come up with the steal.
Good decision. Right there he is.
Eichelbeck down low, muscles, it kicks it out. Finds three on the way, no good. By Albrand, I believe.
No, Engler.
Engler back in, sorry, still out there, my apologies.
But Albrand's going to pick up the foul. No? They called it on Foley,
They called it on Connor Foley, his first.
Beekler checking in for Foley. It's good to see Michael back out there. He missed, some time with his ankle injury. So it's good to see him back out playing.
Mundy and Young are getting set to come back in, though. Pass down low. Kicks it back out. Nally with it. Hands it off to Howard. Reed Howard. Howard drives it left. Kicks it down low to Bowman. Bowman actually, now here's Nally again with a shot. This one time is up and in. So Landon Nally with his fifth point with the three-pointer. He's got 5. Forest Park 11, Jasper 10. Cats with the basketball. They trail 11-10. Eichelbeck with it, top of the key. Englert to Ernie. Ernie puts a shot up, no good. Eichelbeck almost had the rebound but couldn't handle it. Rangers with a 1-point lead in the basketball.
We got to get Foley back in the game. Take advantage of him down on the low post. That's double dribble.
Reed Howard deals it out to Nally, who almost turned it over at the midcourt stripe. But the Rangers maintain possession as Drew Howard to Reed. Reed from inside the lane, up and in. Reed Howard with his 4th point. 13-10, Forest Park. Englert finds Ernie down low for the basket. Cats' first basket of the quarter, 13-12. 6 points for Tanner Ernie. Rangers with the basketball.
And they've been 6 easy points. I mean, they've been layups. I don't know what they're doing with him, but they're not guarding him.
Here's a shot up, no good, and Eichelbeck comes up with the rebound, clears it out to Englert. He'll bring it across the timeline. Englert will pull it out to Ernie. Albrand, 3 from the corner, is in. Jack Albrand with his first bucket of the night. He's got 3. Jasper back on top, 15-13. Here's a ball batted away, scrambled for it. Loose ball again. Heichelbeck comes up with it, and a foul is going to be called on Forest Park. As it looks like number 24, Nally, went over the back and basically landed on Heichelbeck.
Yeah.
So Nally will pick up his first and the second team foul for the Rangers. Fourth for the Wildcats thus far.
Young, Mundy, and Foley are back in the game for Jasper, so we're back to our starting lineup right now.
Okay, so the Cats with their original 5 out there with 4:46 to play in the second quarter, and they lead by a 15-13 score thanks to a three-pointer by Jack Albram. So the Cats on the attack. Heichelbeck hands it off to Ernie. Ernie circles it, drives the lane, puts a shot up off the glass, no good, but a foul is going to be called on Landon Nally, who will pick up his second. So second quick foul by the Rangers Nally. And that'll put Tanner Ernie at the line. First trip to the line for either team tonight. First one is up and in. Ernie's got 7.
Tanner's been playing well this year. If I had to vote right now who the most improved on the team would be halfway through the season, it would definitely be him.
He nails his second. 8 points for the Wildcat guard. 17-13, Jasper with the 4-point lead. Here's a steal by Ernie. Ernie all the way up and in. So Tanner Ernie has his 10th point. 6 here in the second quarter. 4:12 to play here in the first half. Jasper with a 19-13 lead. Timeout is called. Back after this here on 18 WJTS. Here at Forest Park High School, where the Wildcats on a 7-0 run take a 19-13 lead, Jason, on something we really felt was rather inevitable.
Well, it was just a matter of us picking it up on defense and executing on offense, and we're starting to do that a little bit better. Plus, we're scoring some points off of our transition, being smart with it. We were kind of talking there, he was out of bounds.
He was out of bounds.
But the Drew and Reed Howard are probably 80% of Forest Park's offense, and we've kind of picked up the defense on those two. So if you can slow those two, and we've done that here lately, you can start to maybe control the game a little more.
Exactly. I was just going to say an opportunity for the Cats to maybe start to pull away even more as they have the basketball again. As we said, a 7-0 run for the Cats after being down 13-12. They now lead at 19-13 with 3:40 to play. And here's a shot by Ernie up and in. So Ernie on a tear tonight so far. He's got 8 points here in the 12 points in the ball game, 8 points here in the second quarter. 3 free field goals and a pair of free throws. Rangers with it. Shot is up, no good.
Get it to him.
Heichelbeck down low, up and in.
You got to reward the big men when they run the floor in transition. They get to that low post block. You got to get them a nice bounce pass feed so they can score.
So the Wildcats now lead at 23-13, 10-point lead. Number 30 on the floor for Forest Park. I do not have him on the roster.
Yeah, I don't.
About to check here with the second. He's going to be called for traveling.
Yeah, he is. I'm not sure who that is either.
I was looking at both. I have an older roster and a more update one here, and don't see him on here at all. So we'll find out who that is eventually. The Cats with the basketball with a 10-point lead after the Ranger turnover.
That's a good job. Be patient. You built this lead on being patient and getting good shots. That's what you. Oh.
Near steal by number 30, but the Wildcats come up with it, and the shot is up and no good by Ernie. And the Rangers come down with the rebound.
Whoa.
Three-pointer on the way is no good by Nolan Winkler. Cats quickly down the floor again, and the kick is going to be called.
See, that's not a good pass or attempt of pass, because even if Gus catches that, he's in full sprint. He's going to catch it at the free throw line, and more times than not, something bad's going to happen.
So with 2:04 to play, Cats have the basketball at a 10-point lead. Here's a shot swatted away from behind, but the Cats still maintain the rebound. Foley up and in, or up, no good. He gets his own rebound, misses the shot again. Rangers come up with it, and Howard will hustle it up the floor. Finds his namesake down low. Reed is going to be called for traveling.
Yeah, he is.
So Drew Howard found Reed Howard down low, but Reed lost a handle, actually, a little bit of the basketball and took some steps in the process and turned the basketball over.
Yeah, you can't be bobbling the ball and running like that. And first, I thought they weren't going to call it, but. So
Jasper again with the basketball and a 10-point lead.
We just got to work our offense. Like I said, get the ball in there to Gus.
Ernie up and in. So Tanner Ernie continues his storied second quarter of play. 10 points in the quarter, 14 in the night here in the first half.
And the thing that's impressive about that is he's guarding Howard, so he's exerting a lot of energy on. I mean, they just take awful shots. Take care of the ball, Connor. That's a kick.
Another kick by the Rangers, this time by number 34, Cooper Ubalor.
But to build, what I was saying is, Tanner's working his butt off on defense, but yet being able to go down on offense and be productive.
1 minute and 6 seconds to play here in the first half. 25-13, Cats with the 12-point lead. And they have the basketball. Foley on the wing.
Somebody needs to get the ball. There you go. Not that I don't trust Connor, but I don't trust Connor.
Young to Foley. Foley works the baseline, turns, his double team, and loses the basketball. Here's a shot up and no good. Rebound Wildcats. Again, quickly down the floor with Albrand with it. He'll find, is that Ernie down low again? Or yes, actually, no. Mundi.
We got bailed out there because I don't know that guy really fouled him, but Carter caught the ball and kind of fumbled it a little bit and couldn't get control of it.
And the Cats maintain possession, leading by 12, 25-13 with 41 seconds to play. Young out with it.
Need to run our offense and get a good shot here to end the quarter.
Foley holds high. Jack now to Young.
Get Connor down there on the low post. Get it over there, swing it to Mundi.
Kind of putting the clamps on just a little bit out here.
That's
15 seconds ago, and a foul is going to be called on the Rangers.
Number 30, the
man, player to be named later.
Player to
we
be
apologize.
named later.
We apologize. Don't have his name yet. It's not on either of the rosters we have for Forest Park, but we'll get it here in a second. Check with some of the other local media. At halftime, 12 seconds to go now until the half. Mundi tries to find.
I thought that was tipped, but I
Jack
guess
down
not.
in the corner of the pass looked like it might have been tipped, but either way, it's gonna go.
Spence is coming in. Ernie's coming in. The all-defensive team again. Those are our two best defensive players, and with 7.9 seconds left, you want to get your best defensive guys out there.
So 25-13 is the score. 6 seconds. Rangers with it. Howard puts a shot up, no good. Rebound Wildcats, 1 second. Here's a shot up and no good, and that's the end of the first half of play here at Woody Beekler Arena. Where the Jasper Wildcats go on a nice little run here in the second quarter to pull out to a 12-point lead, 25-13 here at halftime. We'll be back with the second half after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Woody Beekler Arena as the Wildcats and the Rangers are about to start the second half of play. Jasper leading 25-13. Switch the subject a little bit on sports here, Jason, from basketball to baseball. You have Jasper Youth Baseball registration coming up soon.
Yeah, we do. It will be Sunday, January the 30th at the Hobbick Center here in Jasper from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. The papers were sent home with the kids from school. If anybody that's listening to this or whatever, if they have any questions or if they didn't receive the paper, they can email me and I will send the form through an email. My email for that is Jasper Youth Baseball, the number 85 @gmail.com. They can also go on our website, which is leaguelineup.com/Jasper Youth Baseball. And on there, there's a place where you can get to it and print the form out off of there. Either way is fine. They can print it, fill it out, bring their money to the registration on Sunday, and we will get the kids signed up. Hopefully we'll get a good turnout again this year. Last year, I think, ages 5 through 15, we had last year close to 400 kids, I believe. So hopefully, we can get back to that again this year. We do have a little bit of a change this year. I know there's rumors going around about different things with what's going on with Jasper Youth Baseball. And the only change that really is the older groups, the 13, 14, and 15s, in the past few years have always played Babe Ruth. This year, the board decided that we were going to do away with Babe Ruth and just play Little League, be organized with Little League from 5 through 15. And basically what that does is it lines up the birthday thing so that the kids in all the leagues are going by the same birthday deadline. When we were Babe Ruth, that's kind of where we kind of got things squirrely because Babe Ruth had different deadlines than what Little League did. So anyhow, if anybody has any questions on any of those things, feel free to shoot me an email at that email address that I give you, and I'll try to help you out. And if not, we'll see you Sunday on the 30th. From 1 to 3 o'clock.
Looking forward to a great 2022 season, Jason. Congratulations on the great work that you and the rest of the board of Jasper Youth Baseball has done all these years. So, fantastic job. Wildcats will have the basketball to start the second half. Leave both teams out there with their original starting lineups, it looks like. Eichelbeck, Foley, Young, Mundy, and Ernie for the Cats. And here is a three from the left side, no good by Young, and Forest Park with the rebound. By the way, even though he's not on the floor right now, the mystery player for Forest Park we found was actually number 30 is Jasper. We apologize not being able to have his name brought to you the first time out. But couldn't find him on any of the rosters as number 30, but he's actually number 10 on the JV spot, on the JV squad. Eichelbeck down low, puts a shot up and in. Gus Eichelbeck has his fourth point.
That's what I'd like to see us in the second half, really pound the ball inside to Gus and to Connor and see what happens.
Here's a turnover by Forest Park. So the Cats with the basketball, leading 27-13, 14-point lead. So Cats led in scoring by Tanner Ernie at halftime. 3 points by Jack Albrand, 2 by Carter Mundy, 4 by Connor Foley. Eichelbeck with 2, but now he's got 4 with the bucket here in the third quarter, and a turnover by the Wildcats.
I mean, they had that set play for Connor to get posted up down there, and he did, but Grant didn't. The passing angle was way off, and that's what resulted in it. It was the pass out of bounds.
So the Rangers with the basketball as a result of the turnover. They're led in scoring by Landon Nally with 5. Drew and Reed Howard, 4 points apiece. Here's a shot by Howard up and in, and it's good, and a foul is called. So Reed Howard muscles a bucket here for his first basket of the second half.
Grant Young's going to pick that foul up.
As Jason said, Young picking up the foul, his second of the game. First team foul for the Cats in the second half. And Reed Howard with a chance on a 3-point play to be completed, and he nails the free throw. He's got 7 to lead the Rangers in scoring. Jasper with an 11-point lead, 27-16.
Carter Mundy would have been looking for the ball. He would have been open on that back cut.
Eichelbeck down low. Eichelbeck. And the shot is up and in by, was that Mundy? Ernie, my apologies. He had turned on me there. So Ernie with his 16th point. First here in the second half.
I would say he's flirting with a career high tonight. I don't know what it is, but he's having a nice night.
Here's a shot up, no good. Rebound, Forest Park. 3 on the way is good by number 34. Cooper Ubilar for his first basket of the night. 29-19 Rangers cut it to 10. Mundi down low to Foley. Young now with it. Foley drives the baseline. He's double teamed, cut off, puts a shot up and in, good.
That's where it helps to be as strong as what Connor is. You know, he was able to complete that play through the contact that he got.
6 points for the Wildcats senior. 31-19, Cats with the 12-point lead. Shot is up and no good by Landon Nally. Quickly down the floor of the Wildcats. Layup up and in by number 11 for the Cats, Tanner Ernie. Ernie's got 18. Like I said, he's on the way perhaps to a career high tonight, whatever that may be. There's a traveling violation called against Forest Park. And coming in for the Rangers is Nolan Winkler, number 20. He will replace Caden Bowman. Four and a half minutes to play here in the third. Jasper 33, 19 for the Rangers. It's a good time for the Cats to just kind of be a little more patient with the basketball, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to force anything.
Michael Beck drives in the lane, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound Forest Park as Howard has it, and he'll quickly break it down the floor. And he'll be fouled as he drives down the baseline by Heichelbeck, it looks like. And it will be Gus with his first personal.
We need a better shot down on offense there. That was not a very good job.
Beekler and Albrand come back in for the Cats. Reed Howard will inbound it from the Rangers basket. 4:10 to play, 33-19 is the score. Howard with the shot up and in. Drew Howard with his 6 point. 33-21 with 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Foley in the backcourt to Beekler.
We need to get Connor down on the low post. Mundi, that's a nice drive and pull up.
Mundi with his 4th point. 35-21. 14-point lead once again for the Cats. I believe it's the biggest of the night. Here's a shot short, off the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound. Rangers come up with it. Howard with the shot put up and in the follow-up. First Reed Howard and then followed up by Drew Howard. So Drew Howard with his 8th point. 35-23 and a steal by the Rangers. And a trailing foul is going to be called, it looks like, on the Wildcats. Number 11, Tanner Ernie for his first.
We got to take care of the basketball. We don't need to be in a hurry. That's how you're going to let Forest Park back in the game, is by making foolish turnovers and mistakes.
So 3:05 to play in the third. 35-23. Jasper with the lead. Cats want to pull away here in the second half, of course, and with a game tomorrow night down at Harrison, probably get some of these starters some rest, hopefully, down in the fourth quarter, perhaps. The shot is no good, and Foley with the rebound. There's a drive down the baseline, a whistle, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Forest Park as Ernie drove the baseline. And it looks like the foul is going to be called on number 34, Landon Nally for his...
Cooper.
My apology. Yeah, you're right. Cooper Ubler, sorry. Landon Nally's 24. So Ubler with his first, actually. First shot is up and no good by Ernie, who was 2 for 2 up at that point, but missed his first. Second one's coming up here shortly. Second one on the way and good. 19 points for the Wildcat guard.
Spencer's in for Ernie.
Jace Berg in for Forest Park. 2.5 to play, 36-23, 2.5 to play in the third quarter. Inside the circle, basketball kicked out on the corner, on the wing, and if the three is no good by Cooper Ubalor. The Cats with the basketball.
Didn't do a very good job of running transition there. And then we've turnover. We got to slow down, be patient. I mean, we're just trying to force things, and it's costing us.
Grant Young will come in the contest now, and he will replace, it looks like, Carter Mundy. Nearing the 2-minute mark here in the third. Cats with the 36-23 lead. Howard nearly loses the basketball. He'll find the other Howard, number 14, Drew, for his 10th point of the contest. 6 here in the third, 36-25. A whistle and a timeout by John Gable. So Coach Gable calls a timeout. It'll be a full timeout with 1:40 to play here in the third quarter. Jasper leads Forest Park by 11, 36-25. Back after this here on 18 WJTS. And the Wildcats of Jasper leading the Forest Park Rangers 36-25, Jason. Cats, though, with a substantial lead here, Jason, but the Rangers are kind of hanging in there a little bit.
Well, it's kind of a combination of two things. Forest Park's playing a little bit better this half, and we're not. We're allowing them to do some things that we didn't let them do in the first half, and a lot of it's based off of silly turnovers and silly shots that we shouldn't be taking or shouldn't be doing with the lead that we have. So we just need to right that ship here a little bit and get back to the way we played the first half.
Coach Gable calling a timeout there to kind of regroup his ball club and maybe telling him perhaps to take some more quality shots and be a little more patient with the basketball perhaps.
Yeah, I think so. I think he'll work on getting the ball down low like that right there, and then you just got to finish it.
Nice play. Nice muscle-up shot by number 35, Michael Beekler, for his first two of the night. 38-25, Cats back up by 13. Howard with it, over to Drew. Drew will put a shot up, about an 18-footer is up at the end. He's got 8 points here in the third quarter, 12 in the contest, 38-27. 1 minute to play in the third. Here's a three up and good by number 15 for the Wildcats, Carter Mundy. So Mundy with his first three-pointer of the night. He's got 7. 41-27 is the score. Rangers will maintain possession there. Tanner Ernie coming into the ball game. He'll replace, looks like Albrand. Mundy, okay.
Yeah.
.43 seconds to go. Howard to Winkler. Winkler down low. Now kicks it back out to Howard. Reed Howard now. Back to Drew. Rangers not in any hurry, it looks like, here with 26 seconds to go in the quarter. Looking for number 24, Landon Nally, down low, and the pass is rather errant, out of bounds. And with 15.3 to play in the quarter, Jasper has the basketball as Mundy and Foley come back in for the Cats, as does Cooper Ubalor and Trevor Berg for Forest Park.
This is like football, offense for defense.
Absolutely. 41-27 is the score with 13 seconds to go. Cats with the basketball. Foley has it stolen away by Howard. Howard will take it all the way up and in. So Drew Howard with his 10th point here in the second quarter and a whistle and a foul by Forest Park with 2.2 to play. So big quarter by Drew Howard, 10 points in the quarter, 14 on the night. Looking to match up with Tanner Ernie for the Cats, who's got 17 points of his own. 14 in the first half. 2.2 seconds to play. Jasper with the basketball. Last shot is swatted away by number 10, Reed Howard, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. So one more quarter to play in this one. Jasper leads at 41-29. Back after this here at 18 WJTS. Woody Beekler Arena here on the campus of Forest Park High School in Ferdinand. Carey Schneider along with Jason Stamm and Jeremy Markos. And the Wildcats and Rangers set to play the fourth and final period of regulation at least. But Jasper with a 41-29 lead, Jason. Both ball clubs a little even there in the third quarter with 16 points apiece.
Yeah, it was a dead even quarter. I didn't think we played particularly well in the quarter. I mean, but to stay even, that's, pretty good. You got to be happy with that part of it. But I think from the coaching standpoint, I think Coach Gable would like to see us do a better job on offense of being able to get the ball inside. And but both teams playing hard, and that's exactly what we figured would happen. So we got to do a little bit better job on Drew Howard. He kind of got loose there in that quarter and was able to score 10 or so points, in the quarter.
He had 10 points, 14 on the night thus far, and a whistle.
That's not a foul. The guy got the rebound, and as he did, he bumped into Mundy, and he fell down.
So Mundy, though, is going to be nailed with the personal, and it's going to be his first. Only 6 fouls here in the second half here, Jay. Well, make it 7 now, as we got another one on the Wildcats. This one is going to go against, looks like, Ernie. So Tanner with his second. And in the act of shooting was the foul committed, they say. And the basket is up and in by Drew Howard, or the free throw, that is. And he's got 15 points in his first trip of the line. So 1 of 1. Make that 2 of 2. 16 points for Drew. And almost another turnover by the Wildcats.
We've got to take care of the basketball.
Here's a shot up, no good. Rebound up and in by number 35 for the Cats, Michael Beekler.
Michael's a hard worker. I mean, he's not afraid to get in there and mix it up with guys. Like I said earlier, we missed him in some games when he was hurt.
Beekler with his 4th point, looking for number 5 if he can cash in on this 3-point play. He does. Draws a little rim, but gets the roll. 44-31, Jasper on top, with number 30, Jasper, coming back into the ball game for the Rangers. And they will have the basketball, trailing by 13. Howard tries to find Howard, and a steal by Ernie. And Ernie puts it up and in as he goes coast to coast. So Tanner Ernie with his 21st point leads all scorers, 46-31. Jasper on top by 15.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's a career high for him. He's had a really nice night. Like I said, he's been battling with Howard, we got to block out. See?
Up and in as number 30, Chase Berg, put up a 3-point shot and missed it, got his own rebound and took it straight to the hole and drew the foul and the bucket for his first 2 and a chance for a 3-point play. That puts the Rangers back to 13.
You forced them into a bad shot, and then you bailed them out by not blocking them out. And then they get the rebound, they get 2 points, possibly a third one.
And Berg cashes in on the 3-point play for his 3 points on the night. Gus Heichelbeck back in the lineup for Jasper, and he'll replace Michael Beekler. 6.5 to play in the contest. Jasper leads it 46-34, and almost another steal by the Rangers.
We got to take care of the basketball. They're going to pick up the press, pick up a little more pressure on us, and we just got to, our guards got to get open, and it's a man-to-man press, so get the ball to one of our guards, and everybody else get out of the way. Well, now they are trapping a little bit, so that's not where you want to pick the ball up, though.
Foley comes up with the pass, and he will be fouled down low.
What I was saying was Grant dribbled the ball across the half-court line, in the corner of the half court and out of bounds. He picked his dribble up. Now he was in a peck of trouble.
Landon Nally picks up his third point here, third foul, I should say. Here's a shot miss, gets his own rebound, is number 15 for the Cats, Carter Mundy, and another foul. So after only having very few fouls in this whole contest up to this point, now it's plethora are being nailed, and they're not to say that they're not.
Yeah, he
hammered. Exactly, not to say they're not actually fouls, they are, but suddenly things getting a little physical more often than.
And you'll have that because, you know, Forest Park's going to fight and do everything they can to try to claw their way back in the game, and that's the way they're going to have to play.
They trail by 12, 46-34, under 6 minutes to play. Ernie, and with a push called by number 22, Trevor Berg for his first. So 16 fouls for both ball clubs now. One away from the bonus. And what's been a rather quick moving ball game might be coming to a sudden halt.
Yeah, you're right.
Here's a three up and in. Gus?
No, Mooney.
Or Mooney, my bad. So I was looking at my shot when he threw it up, and so I wasn't sure who threw it up, but I saw Gus's reaction, so I thought it was him.
Gus set the screen, so he gets the assist on that.
Okay, so actually it was Mooney with the three-point shot. He's got 10 points. And the Cats will get the basketball back.
They'll be actually shooting bonus.
So a foul is called.
Cooper Ubelar.
Like Cooper Ubelar for his second. So the Cats now in the bonus, so 1-1 coming. For Tanner Ernie. He's got 21 points. Nails that for 22, so he hits the front end of a 1-1. He is 4 of 5 in the night from the charity stripe with 22 points, make it 23. 5 of 6 from the line for number 11 for the Cats. Tanner Ernie having what is most likely a career night for the Wildcat guard. 5:16 to play. Jasper 51, Forest Park 34. Howard with it inside the lane, puts a shot up and in. Reed Howard with his 9th point, and a timeout is called by Forest Park. Looks like a 30-second timeout. We'll leave it right here, Jason. Right now, the Cats with a 15-point lead with 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go.
Yeah, we started this quarter playing a lot better than what we played the third quarter. You know, and this is a game here now at this point where we just got to start. We got to take care of the basketball because they're going to, like we said earlier, you know, they're going to start trying to force the issue with defense and trying to poke it away, and we got to hit our free throws. I think tonight, for the most part, we've done real well at the free throw line, but that's what you got to finish. You got to finish the game now with those.
So at 5 minutes and 5 seconds to play, Cats with the 51-36 lead in the basketball. Down low to Foley. Foley puts a shot up and no good, but he'll draw the foul. So Connor Foley will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul is called on number 34, Cooper Ubelar, for his 3rd. 18 fouls by the Rangers, 6 for the Cats. Foley with a 1-1, or actually 2 shots, I should say, and the first is good. And Foley's got his 7th point. Make it 8 as he nails them both. Cats doing a great job at the lines thus far tonight, Jason. They're actually missed 1 so far.
Yeah, and that's what, you know, what we just said, that they have to finish this game off, you've got to hit those free throws.
Foley up and in, gets the roll. So Connor Foley with his 10th point. He is one of 3 Wildcats at double figures tonight. Of course, Tanner Ernie with 23 points, 10 points for Carter Mundy, and Connor Foley with 10. Heichelbeck will come in for Beekler. As that last foul was called on number 21, Grant Young, his 3rd. And that 1-and-1 is up and no good. 55-36 is the score. Under 4.5 to play. $19-point lead for the Cats as Heichelbeck is fouled, and he'll go to the line for a 1-and-1. Foul is called on number 24, Landon Nally, for his 4th. Heichelbeck, first trip to the line tonight. He'll have a 1-and-1. He's got 4 points. Front end of a 1-and-1 is good. Heichelbeck with 5.
Forest Park actually took Drew Howard. He's out of the game now, so they're letting some other guys play, I think.
Heichelbeck nails them both, so the Cats having a great night tonight from the charity stripe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 11 tonight from the line. $57-36 is the score.
Yeah, Forest Park's actually got 3 sophomores in there now.
Here's a shot up and in by number 10, Reed Howard. Howard with his 9th point. 57-38.
That was a smart decision. We don't need to score any more points.
Let them come to you.
That's right. Take care of the ball and hit your free throws when they foul you.
The Cats hopefully look to be doing just that with 3:45 to play, and took his arm off and they just let him. Foley now to Mundy, who's having a great night tonight. Young loses the handle, but it'll be last touch by Forest Park. Albrand will come back in for Jasper, as will Drew Howard. So Howard's back in the contest now, as is Heichelbeck for Jasper. 3:25 to play, 57-38, Jasper on top. And a whistle and another foul called on Forest Park. Looks like 30, number 30, number 30, Jace Berg with his 2nd. So the Cats now in a double bonus on the 10th team foul for the Rangers. So 2 shots coming thus from here on out. First one is up and in. And that is number 21, Grant Young at the line, his first trip. He nails the first. Next on the way is good. So the Wildcats continuing their perfect night, at least here in the 4th quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of 9 from the line here in the 4th quarter, Jason, when it really matters most.
And that's good, because that's, like we talked, that's what you have to be able to do. You got to take care of the ball and hit your free throws when it comes down to crunch time.
3 minutes to play, and Rangers with the basketball. 3 on the way is good by number 34, Cooper Ubelor. Ubelor with his 2nd 3 of the night. He's got 6. 59-41. You think his grandpa John taught him how to shoot like that?
He might have.
I don't know. I have to talk to Evie about that. Down low, Heichelbeck up and in. So Gus Heichelbeck with his 8th point. 3 field goals and a pair of free throws. Cats will pull it out.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. You don't need to score anymore. You just need to run the clock. You need the clock running. Pick it up. It was tipped. There you go.
Nearing the 2-minute mark. Cats with the 20-point lead, 61-41.
Oh, Gus, that's not a.
And a whistle and a foul on Forest Park.
That's right there what I was talking about all night. You know, if Connor gets down there and gets post-up position, he's hard to guard down there.
Foul is called on Jasper, and that'll put Connor Foley at the line, who was 2 for 2 on the night. He missed that first one as he's in the double bonus. Foley with 8, 9, 10 points. As Beekler comes back in and was Foley with a second free throw coming. This one's short as well. Under 2 minutes to play, 61-41. The Wildcats will move on to 11-2. Forest Park will fall to 4-5. Collision down there, and a foul looks like it's going to be called on Jack Albrand. For Albrand, his third, 18 foul. Reed Howard at the line. He's got 9, misses the first.
Charlie Kabrick's checking in for Connor.
Number 25, Charlie Kabrick in the lineup for the Cats. Second one is good by Reed Howard. He's got 10. 1:38 to play. 61-42, 18-point lead for the Cats with a minute and a half to go. Cats will take the victory as they head to Evansville tomorrow night to take on the Harrison Warriors. We'll have that game for you on Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock here on 18 WJTS. Foul is going to be called in number 14 for Forest Park, Drew Howard, for his second. Free throw is up and no good by Michael Beekler. After a great run on the free throw, from the free throw standpoint there, the Cats have missed the. I guess I jinxed them.
Jinxed them.
Yeah, I don't
Carey.
believe in that stuff. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, but believe what you want. Anyway, but they've now missed the last 3. But Beekler, he's going to hit this one. All right.
Forest Park cleared their bench. They've got all new guys in, so.
62-42 is the score. As a host of Rangers new faces come into the contest. Too numerous to mention. The Cats are going to bring in a few more faces as well, too. And number 53, Cameron Howard, into the ball game. One minute to play. Over the back is going to be called as one of the new faces in the contest for Forest Park.
Calvin Hassenauer.
Calvin Hassenauer, 6'2" senior. Under a minute to play in a 20-point ball game. Charlie Kabrick now with it. Cats would not be looking for the basket this time. .30 seconds to go, or 35 seconds to go, coming to it. Trying to see the game here as people keep walking right in front of us.
Yeah.
24 seconds to go. Jasper with the victory in hand. 18 now. So the Wildcats will walk out of Woody Beekler Arena with a 62-42 victory over the Forest Park Rangers here at Woody Beekler Arena in Ferdinand, Indiana. 62-42 is the score, Jason. As the Wildcats, of course, what was an interesting game, at least for the most part in the first half, and then early in the third, the Cats were able to start to pull away.
Yeah, and we talked about it early on. If we come in here and play the way we're capable of and the way we should walk out of here with a win. The first quarter was kind of a hit and miss type thing, and you expect, we talked about that. You expect that with playing against a county rival, but I think in the end, the talent starts to show. The overall talent, not just one or two players, but as a team, the better team sometimes, most times they will come out ahead, but, I thought we did a very good job after the first quarter of being a little more patient with the offense. I felt like we really picked the defense up in the second quarter and carried it from then on. For the most part, we did a really good job on Drew Howard. I don't know what he's averaging on the year, but, I'm sure it's pretty good, and I don't think he probably got to that point tonight. So from that standpoint, I thought we did a very good job. Tanner obviously did a big part of it, but, he had help too. He had 4 or 5 different guys that guarded him and helped Tanner out. And on the offensive end, Tanner did an outstanding job. Like I said, I'm going out on a limb, but I'm going to guess that this was Tanner Ernie's career night on scoring. Did a very, very good job. So, from the coach's standpoint, I think, they got to be pleased. We got to come back out tomorrow night ready to go.
Well, the Wildcats, of course, pick up their second victory in a row now after losing a game a couple weeks ago against Evansville North. But, Jason, this is a ball club, I should say, and a game like this tonight against a county rival that you really responded well against actually 2 rivals if you look at last week with Washington, former Big 8 conference rival, and then now county rival this week. So when you have 2 games of that nature and those 2 caliber ball clubs that, like I said, despite the records, still are going to be gunning for you and going to play well against you, Jasper's really responded well.
No doubt. For the most part, Jasper's done that all year. We obviously, you look at the record, 11-2 now, so that's an outstanding record. And like you said, we've come ready to play every night. Even the 2 losses that we have, the Lagodi game, we were in it, obviously, right to the end. Evansville North was the same way, play here or there, and we could be sitting here undefeated. But throw out that, I'm looking at how we're playing, and I feel like, we're continuing to get a little bit better each and every game we come out and play, and that's what you have to do.
Absolutely, and of course, take a quick look at the scoring for tonight's game. Forest Park led in scoring by Drew Howard with 16 points, 10 points for Reed Howard, so both the Howards in double figures this evening to lead Forest Park. 6 points by Cooper Ublor on a pair of 3-pointers in the second half. 5 points by Landon Nally and 3 points by, Jace Berg off the bench. For Jasper, 2 points for Grant Young. We had 3 points by Jack Albrand on a 3 in the third quarter. We got 6 points by Michael Beekler off the bench. Fine job for him in the second half off the bench here. 8 points by Gus Heichelbeck, 10 for Connor Foley, 10 for Carter Mundy. And again, what we pretty much are going to bet the house on a career high for number 11 for the Cats, Tanner Ernie tonight. So the Wildcats with a pair of, 3 guys and a tray of guys with double figures this evening. And tell you what, very, very fine balanced scoring either way for the Cats tonight, Jason.
Yeah, it was. We have to come back out, tomorrow and be ready to play. But, for tonight, we enjoy this one. And like you said, the scoring was pretty well balanced tonight. So, good win. Good win.
Okay. Well, we'll take a quick break, and we'll have Jason Albrand joining us for the coach's interview right after this. You're listening to Wildcat, or watching Wildcat basketball here on 18 WJTS. Back at Woody Beekler Arena here at Forest Park High School, where the Wildcats victorious over the Forest Park Rangers tonight, 62-42. Varsity assistant coach Jason Albrand joins us this evening. Jason, let's talk about this ball game a little bit. Of course, Forest Park, kind of a little bit of a neck and neck here in the first half, I should say, and leading into the second quarter. Your ball club was able to pull away a little more.
Yeah, we knew coming in here that it was going to be a tough fight. They've got a good team. I mean, their record doesn't quite show it, but they play extremely hard. They rebound well for a team that doesn't have a whole lot of size, and so we were really focusing hard on coming on the road and playing a good defensive ball game. And I thought, for the most part, early on, couldn't get many shots to fall, but we were able to get some stops. And so when we started to score, we were able to extend that lead a little bit. So, I thought it was a great environment. There were times tonight where we didn't communicate very well on the offensive end, where we had 3 guys running one play, 2 guys running another play. So these are all good things to practice and experience heading into the, we got a little way to go till sectional, but we want to be able to, play more games where we got this vocal crowd.
With that being said, you're playing a county rivalry. I mean, I was telling Jason, it's the old cliche. You throw the records out the window and things like that. And Forest Park showed that tonight. I mean, their record, as you mentioned, a little bit deceiving, 4-6 coming in, now 4-7. But still, you're down there on the road. You're playing, actually coming off back-to-back victories now against, a county rival and then a former Big 8 conference rival that we had in Washington last week.
Yeah, they have. They had Howard, obviously, is a great player. He's over 1,000-point scorer. Then you have even Ubalor and Nally have both played varsity basketball for 3 years. So they have quite a bit of experience. And so we knew, like I said, it wasn't going to be easy. We really put our focus on trying to contain Reed Howard and Drew Howard both. They did do a good job dribbling the ball. They do a good job creating their own shot. They're really are a tough matchup, and I thought that we were able to do a pretty good job. I thought early on they were able to get some rebounds, and really in the first and third quarters to kind of give them second and third chance opportunities. But I thought Tanner Ernie had a great game. I know he scored the most points, but a lot of really good defensively. A lot of those points came off steals defensively. Mm-hmm. Thought our defense was able tonight to get us some easy buckets in transition. And anytime you go on the road against anybody, especially a county rival, a good team, you really want to focus on trying to get as many easy baskets as you can.
He was looking at, I was just pointing out to Jason earlier that during the game that, a lot of his shots down low were just ones where he was able to get away and, and create his own openness.
Yeah, he did a nice job within our offense of reading screens. He was able to curl off a couple down screens that caught the ball in the lane, was able to finish. Like I said, then he was able to hit some free throws. He was able to create defense in the offense and got some layups and transitions. So really, he was assigned to Drew Howard tonight. So we had him on both ends of the floor, and I thought he really stepped up tonight and was a big reason why we were able to win.
He had 23 points, and Jason and I were going to stick our necks out and say it's a career high for him.
I would say so. Be a pretty safe bet.
But also, you had a couple of other double-figure scorers, and Connor Foley with 10 and Carter Mundy with 10. 8 points by Gus Heichelbeck and 6 by Michael Beekler with a great job off the bench. So pretty good balanced score. And then, like I said, Beekler, fine job off the bench with 6 tonight.
Well, it was nice to see Michael back out there. Poor guy, he suffered a high ankle sprain right before, I guess it was the Wednesday of the Cord and Boonville weekend. Missed both of those games, and then he missed the Central game over Christmas, and then he missed the North and Wrights week. And so he was ready to get going last weekend, and then we find out he's a close contact at school, so we had to sit and miss 5 more days. And so
when it rains, it pours with him.
Yeah, so he'd been out for, my goodness, I guess almost a month was his last basketball game. So I thought for the first time out, and for a guy that doesn't have a lot of experience, he was able to get on the floor tonight and give us some good minutes and do a lot of good things on both ends of the floor.
Well, tomorrow night we are back on the road again, so a double dip on the road tonight, but this time all the way down to Evansville once again to take on the Harrison Warriors.
Well, and I hope they play Memorial, I believe, tonight. Hopefully that'll go about 6 overtimes.
Well, I was telling
but
Jace.
It's a lot like Forest Park, Carey. We knew going into the weekend it was a dangerous weekend because you're both on the road. You got a county rival. You got a sectional and SIAC opponent, both whose records are under 500. But when you watch film and you go scout them, you realize that their records aren't indicative of the kind of team they have. I know Harrison was picked preseason to be one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the SIAC and got off to a slow start, have lost some close games. They play a heck of a schedule. And so going down there tomorrow night is not going to be an easy task for sure. But, hopefully we'll regroup tomorrow morning and go down there and play hard like tonight and play a good, smart game and see what happens.
Well, as you said, they do play a very tough schedule. They were 5-7 coming into this evening's game against Memorial, and it's kind of, got to wonder, of course, the same was the case with North. That's got to be very deceiving, especially with the type of schedule that Harrison has had.
Yeah, I think 5 of those 7 losses are 5 points or less, and then we go to North that night, and it was only their second home game, so they had been on the road, and played a lot of good teams as well. So, that's one thing about the SIAC. There aren't any free nights. I don't care what sport we're playing. You have to go down there. You're going to have to bring your A game, and if you don't, you're going to get whooped. So. I think this team's shown the propensity to want to go compete and work hard, and hopefully tomorrow's no exception.
Looking forward to tomorrow night, Jason. Congratulations on tonight's win. Enjoy it. Again, a 20-point victory by the Wildcats, 62-42 over Forest Park. But we're off back down to the Pocket City tomorrow night against the Warriors.
That's right. Thank you, and thank you for not bringing up the IU Purdue game. I appreciate it.
Was there a game last night? I don't know. Okay, see you later, Jason. Jason Hallbrand, and it's our guest on the post game here on 18 WJTS. I didn't even give it any thought, Jason, honestly. But now that you say it, but never mind. I'll still leave it like that. Anyway. Okay, well, the other person at 47. Okay. Well, again, Jason Hallbrand was our guest here on the post-game show. Again, the final score, Jasper 62, Forest Park 42 here at Woody Beekler Arena. The Wildcats improved to 11-2. Forest Park falls to 4-7. The Cats will be on the road again tomorrow night or on Saturday night as they will head to Evansville to take on the Evansville Harrison Warriors on the east side of Evansville. That game will, of course, be here tomorrow on Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock here on 18 WJTS. For Jason Stamm and Jeremy Markos and Jason Hallbrand, I'm Carey Schneider saying, once again, final score, Jasper 62, Forest Park 42. Good night from Woody Beekler Arena.